June 1970, Los Angeles. Bruce Lee ties a blindfold around his eyes. Pitch black, can't see anything, total darkness. His opponent stands ready. What happens in the next 20 minutes defies everything martial arts taught about combat. Bruce doesn't just fight without seeing, he dominates. Lands strikes his opponent never sees coming. Evades attacks before they're thrown. Moves like he has eyes everywhere. When the blindfold comes off, Bruce is smiling. His opponent is terrified. How did you do that? Bruce's answer changed martial arts forever. Let me tell you about the night Bruce Lee learned to see without eyes. 1969, Bruce Lee is teaching in LA. His school is thriving. Students love his philosophy. Be formless, like water. But Bruce feels something is missing. His students understand the concept intellectually, but they don't feel it, don't embody it. They still rely too much on their eyes, on seeing the opponent, on visual cues. Bruce realizes vision is a crutch, makes fighters predictable, react to what they see instead of what they sense. He needs to break this dependency in himself and his students. That's when he gets an idea, a dangerous idea. What if he trained without sight, completely blind? Would his other senses compensate? Would he develop new awareness? Would he transcend visual fighting? Bruce decides to test it, but privately first. Can't let students see him fail. He sets up an experiment, late night, his private training space, and Dan Inosanto, his most trusted student. Dan, I want to try something. What, Sifu? I want to spar, blindfolded. Dan is skeptical. Sifu, that's dangerous. I could hurt you. That's the point. I need real danger, real stakes. Otherwise, it's not real training. Dan agrees reluctantly. Bruce ties a black cloth around his eyes, tests it. Complete darkness. Can't see anything, not even light. Ready, Sifu? Ready. They begin. First attempt is disaster. Bruce can't track Dan at all. Gets hit multiple times. Hard shots. Bruce stumbles. Removes the blindfold. Again. Sifu, maybe. Again. They go again. Second attempt. Slightly better. Bruce starts listening. To footsteps. To breathing. To air movement. He dodges one attack, then gets hit by another. Still not working. Third attempt. Bruce changes approach. Stops trying to see with ears. Starts trying to feel. With his whole body. The space around him. The energy. The intent. It's subtle. Almost imperceptible. But it's there. He feels Dan move before Dan moves. The decision to attack creates a disturbance. In the air, in the energy field. Bruce responds to that, not to the attack itself. Dodges. Clean. Dan is shocked. How did you? Bruce holds up a hand. Continue. They spar for 10 minutes. Bruce starts landing strikes. Not many, but some. Dan can't understand it. How is Bruce hitting him? Without seeing. They end the session. Bruce removes the blindfold. Eyes adjust to light. Dan, did you feel it? Feel what? The space between decision and action. There's a gap. Tiny, but it's there. You decide to punch, then you punch. In that gap, there's intent, energy, movement before movement. That's what I'm learning to sense. Dan is fascinated. Can you teach this? I don't know yet. I need to develop it more. But I think this is it. This is the next level. Beyond technique, beyond speed, pure awareness. Bruce trains blindfolded every night for weeks. His ability grows exponentially. At first, he could dodge maybe 30% of attacks. After 1 week, 50%. After 2 weeks, 70%. After 3 weeks, 90%. And he starts landing strikes, accurate strikes, without seeing. The process isn't easy. First week is frustration. Bruce gets hit constantly, bruised, bloody nose twice, black eye. Dan feels terrible. Sifu, we should stop. No, this is necessary. Pain teaches. Keep going. Bruce learns to calibrate his other senses. Hearing becomes sharper. Not just footsteps, but the sound of fabric moving, air displacement, the subtle whistle of a punch, the scrape of a pivot. Week 2, something shifts. Bruce stops trying to hear, starts trying to feel, not with his hands, with his whole body. His skin becomes sensitive to air pressure changes, temperature shifts, the subtle energy of another person moving. He describes it to Dan. It's like being in water. You don't see the fish, but you feel the current change, the ripple, the disturbance. Dan, when you decide to attack, even before you move, something changes. The air, the space, your energy. I'm learning to feel that. Week 3, Bruce's accuracy improves. dramatically. He's not just dodging, he's countering, landing strikes, precise strikes. Dan is amazed and a little scared. Sifu, this is impossible. You're hitting me more now than when you could see. Because I'm not relying on sight. Sight has lag. Light hits your eye, processes, you react. But this is instant. I feel your intent. Before your body executes it, there's no lag, just response. Bruce starts testing variables, different opponents, different speeds, different styles. He brings in other students, one at a time, blindfolds on, spars with each. Some he handles easily, others are harder. He learns. Different people have different energies, different tells. Some broadcast their intent loudly, others are subtle. The subtle ones are harder, but also more interesting. Bruce takes notes after each session. Student A, very tense. His energy is rigid, easy to sense, needs to relax. Student B, relaxed, fluid, harder to read, but he breathes heavy before attacking. That's his tell. Student C, no tells, completely calm. Most difficult, but after 10 minutes I felt his pattern. He favors right side, always sets up with jab. Bruce realizes, everyone has patterns, everyone broadcasts, even the best. Even the ones who think they're unpredictable. The body doesn't lie, the energy doesn't lie, only the mind lies. And when you remove sight, you remove the mind's deception. You see truth, feel truth. One night, Bruce has a breakthrough. Sparring with Dan, blindfolded as usual. Suddenly, Bruce stops, removes the blindfold. Dan, I just realized something. What? I don't need the blindfold anymore. What do you mean? I mean, even with my eyes open, I'm not using them. Not primarily. I'm sensing. The vision is there, but it's secondary, background. The real information is coming from somewhere else. Dan doesn't understand. Try it. Close your eyes while I attack. Dan closes his eyes. Bruce attacks. Light punch. Dan flinches. Doesn't dodge. Gets hit. See, you can't do it because you haven't trained it. But I have. I've rewired my perception. Sight is optional now. Useful, but optional. Bruce tests this. Spars with eyes open, but doesn't focus on seeing. Focuses on sensing. His performance doesn't change. Same accuracy, same timing, same awareness. Vision has become one input among many, not the primary one. This is revolutionary. Bruce starts teaching this explicitly. Your eyes are useful, but don't depend on them. Learn to sense with your whole being. Close your eyes in training. Fight in darkness. Develop your other awareness. Then, when your eyes are open, you'll see more than ever before. Because you're not just seeing with eyes, you're seeing with everything. Some students think he's crazy, mystical nonsense. But others try it and discover it works. Their awareness expands. Their reactions quicken. Their understanding deepens. One student, Ted Wong, becomes particularly good. At blindfold training, after 6 months, he can spar 5 minutes, blindfolded, against multiple opponents. Bruce is impressed. Ted, you've mastered this faster than anyone. Because you showed the way, Sifu. Once I stopped trying to see and started trying to sense, everything changed. It's like a new world opened up. Exactly. Most people live in a visual prison. They think sight is reality. But reality is so much more. Deeper, richer, multidimensional. Sight only shows the surface. June 1970. Bruce decides he's ready for a real test. Not just Dan, someone who doesn't know, someone who will fight full intensity. He contacts a fighter, Mike Stone, professional karate champion. Respected, skilled, dangerous. Mike, I want to spar with you. Of course, Bruce. When? Tomorrow night, my school. But there's a condition. What condition? I'll be blindfolded. Silence. Bruce, I know how it sounds, but I need this. Will you do it? Mike thinks. This is insane, but also intriguing. Okay, but I'm not going easy. I don't want you to. The next night, Mike arrives. Bruce is waiting, blindfold ready. Last chance to reconsider, Bruce. I won't. Bruce ties the blindfold, tight, complete darkness. They face each other. Dan is referee, witness, safety measure. Ready? Both nod. Begin. Mike attacks immediately, testing. Jab, fast. Bruce slips it. Mike is surprised. Luck? Mike throws a combination. Jab, cross, low kick. Bruce evades all three, flows around them, like water. Mike stops. How are you doing that? Bruce doesn't answer, just waits. Mike attacks again, more aggressive, full speed, full power. Bruce moves, not away, into the attack, redirects it, strikes back, catches Mike on the ribs. Light contact, but accurate. Mike felt it. Impossible. They continue. 5 minutes. Mike can't land. Nothing clean. Bruce is dodging, blocking, moving, like he can see, but he can't. 10 minutes. Mike is frustrated, throws everything, spinning kicks, flying knees, combinations. Bruce handles it all. Not perfectly. Some shots graze him, but nothing solid. And Bruce is countering, landing strikes, precise strikes, to ribs, to arms, to legs, all without seeing. 15 minutes. Mike is exhausted, mentally more than physically, fighting a blind man who fights better than most sighted fighters. It's breaking his understanding of martial arts, of reality. 20 minutes. Mike stops, hands up. I'm done. Bruce stops, removes the blindfold. Done? Bruce, I can't. I don't understand what's happening. You can't see me, but you're hitting me, dodging me, reading me. How? Bruce smiles. I'm not reading you with my eyes. I'm feeling you. Your intent, your energy, your decisions, before they become actions. Vision is limited. Awareness is infinite. Mike sits down, mind blown. Can anyone learn this? I think so, but they have to let go of seeing, of controlling, of thinking. They have to become empty, receptive, like water. Mike nods slowly. This is going to change everything. That's the idea. Word spreads. Quietly. Bruce Lee sparred blindfolded for 20 minutes against a champion. Dominated. People don't believe it, can't believe it, but those who were there know it happened. Bruce begins incorporating blindfold training into his teaching. Students resist. Sifu, this is impossible. You're right, it is. For you, right now, because you think you need to see to fight, but you don't. Your eyes lie. They show you what was, not what is, not what will be. True awareness transcends sight. Some students quit, can't handle the frustration, but others persist, slowly, over months. They start to feel it, the subtle awareness, the energetic perception, the pre-movement sensing. Bruce's teachings evolve. He starts talking about sensing without sensing, seeing without eyes, awareness beyond the physical. Scholars later call this the mature phase of Jeet Kune Do, where Bruce transcended physical technique and entered metaphysical awareness, all because of 20 minutes blindfolded. 1973, Bruce's final interview, weeks before his death. Interviewer asks, "What's the most important thing you've learned about martial arts?" Bruce thinks that fighting isn't about what you see, it's about what you sense. I can close my eyes and feel an opponent's intent before they move. That's not supernatural. That's natural. We all have this ability. We've just forgotten how to use it. How did you discover this? By removing the distraction of sight. When you can't see, you're forced to sense. And when you sense, you realize you never needed to see in the first place. After Bruce's death, Dan Inosanto continues, teaching blindfold training to Bruce's students. Many struggle, some succeed. Those who do report the same thing. Their awareness expands, their fighting improves, not because they're faster or stronger, but because they sense what others can't. 2010, scientific study. University researchers test martial artists. Some trained with blindfolds, some didn't. Results are shocking. Blindfold-trained fighters react 0.2 seconds faster than vision-trained fighters. Not because they see faster, because they don't need to see. They're sensing, pre-movement indicators, micro changes in air pressure, subtle shifts in energy. The researchers conclude, Bruce Lee's blindfold training wasn't mystical, it was neurological. By removing visual input, practitioners develop enhanced proprioception, spatial awareness, and predictive processing. The brain rewires itself to sense what it can no longer see. Bruce was right, not metaphorically, literally. You can learn to fight without seeing, by sensing what's really there, beneath appearances, beneath the visible, in the space between decision and action. That's where the truth lives. That's where real mastery exists. And Bruce found it in 20 minutes of darkness that illuminated everything.